what you don't have. When you are talking about integrity, you are really talking about the real person, who that person is.
When you talk of integrity, you talk of honesty. To be honest. And to be honest means to be trustworthy, to be truthful. And politics is science and art of government.
Politics is about the people.
Yes.
And if you talk about it in a deeper sense, it has to do with how people take decision on how to lead themselves.
Viewers, we welcome you once again to another episode of Christians in Politics, coming to you from ACNN, Anglican Cable Network, Nigeria. Today is Democracy Day, and we congratulate Nigerians that by the grace of God, our democracy is still running, and we hope it will continue like that even after 2019 election. That is our prayer, and we encourage everyone to work towards that. And we also believe it is worth celebrating, because as a nation we have to continue to build our democracy until we get to the Canaan land, which we are working towards, the land which is filled with milk and honey. Today we'll be discussing an interesting topic rather, which is APC scorecard analysis. Of recent, the spokespersons of APC have been coming to tell us what they have achieved in one way or the other within 3 years in office. And the Minister of Information, Lajilai Mohammed, specifically said that APC have achieved more than any other government in the history of this country with very little. They have done so much. So we want to look at the scorecard. Have they really performed to the expectations of Nigerians? Are they just blowing their trumpet because they want people to vote for them again in 2019? Have they done well? The things they are talking about, are they reflecting on ground? These are some of the issues we'll be analyzing in this episode. And I'm glad to have in the studio a friend, a public affairs analyst, the CEO of Kweme Computers and Allied Services, based in Abuja here. We have had him on different occasions before here, and he's here again today. Mr. Lucky Rekun, thank you for coming.
Yes, good afternoon. Good to be with you once again.
We also have here in the studio a priest, a serving priest in Abuja Diocese, very versatile, and also a person who is interested in what is happening in Nigeria, and who is also praying day and night that this country will become better. It's in the person of the Reverend Canon Smart Simon. My Canon.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Good afternoon, viewers.
You are looking very good today with this attire. Is this democratic attire or what?
Yeah, in the spirit of democracy.
In the spirit of democracy. Okay. I even wanted to put Agbada on top of this one when I was coming. I said, so that, you know, Agbada reflects democracy in Nigeria.
Yes, yes.
Because of the way the people in Kaki nearly destroyed everything in the past. So, well, on a serious note, Democracy Day, any need to celebrate, Mr. Lucky?
You know, the Bible says in everything give thanks. So for the fact that we are alive, for the fact that we are still growing in democracy, I think there need to give thanks and to celebrate.
Are we growing?
We are growing. We are growing.
Do you share that?
Life is step by step.
Do you share that, Reverend kind of smart?
Well, yes. Reason being that where we started, 1999, and now it's not the same. Indeed, we have moved. We're making our mistakes, learning from our mistakes, and we are moving on. So I believe that we have every reason.
So we should go ahead and celebrate.
Well, in the area of celebration, I want to say that this year's Democracy Day anniversary is very spectacular. Reason being that this is the last democracy to be celebrated before transition come 2019.
that one brought just
non-transmission.
So I will say that
wait, leave transmission alone. When I was coming to the studio, somebody said, in fact, I was entering the studio, so I just hung out a little before coming. Then somebody said, this is the last Democracy Day that APC is going to celebrate in power. So do you agree?
Well, we cannot say that. We don't know what is going to happen, certainly. But my own is that in the area of anniversary, celebrating 29 Democracy Day, I don't see any reason for much of celebration, because this administration, during their campaign, they overpromised Nigerians.
Overpromised
and under-delivered. That is how it is.
Wholly they overpromised and have under-delivered. Now, he just said this government overpromised and they have under-delivered. What is your take on that?
Yeah, you know, when contesting an election, my people will always say that it does not matter whatever you use to kill your enemy, so far your enemy is dead.
The enemy of APC is
no
was or is
PDP. So the APC did all.
So to keep PDP.
It's allowed in every game. It's allowed in football. It's allowed in everywhere.
Is PDP still alive now? Yeah, they coma. What is happening?
I think they are in intensive care unit.
Oh, but not in the mortuary.
Not in mortuary. No, they are still there.
Okay, they can
bounce back.
They can bounce back.
Much energy, oxygen, and all that. They can bounce back. So I think that's why they promised so much. Well, they needed something to put down the PDP so that they can take over, and they certainly do that. But coming to government, they're not going that it's easier said than done. But where in some areas they have done one or two things, which is normal. That's why they were elected. But really speaking, for the layman on the streets, I don't think they have done enough. For the layman on the streets, I don't think they have done enough.
Okay. So, now, the topic is APC scorecard analysis.
Yes.
Now, can we take it one by one? Where do we start from? I think let's start from the most burning issue, the issue of security. Yesterday, I think is it in Adamawa again?
Taraba.
In Taraba, a priest, another Roman Catholic priest, was shot on the leg,
and a seminary was attacked.
Seminary was attacked. Now, I was just saying, let's start with security as we analyze the scorecard of APC. Yesterday, in Taraba, a seminary was attacked again, and a priest was shot. A Roman Catholic priest again was shot on the leg, and some other people wounded and all that. Last week, when the two Roman Catholic priests were buried in Benue, and there was protest throughout the whole country. On the way, when they closed from the service, they were going back. 4 persons who attended that ceremony were killed on their way back to their village. Now, APC government says they have done so well in the area of security. How well?
Sir, between January and now, it is said that almost 4,000 people have been killed. And Nigeria as a country is not in war. We are not fighting.
Just hold on, Reverend Samson from Kogi want to speak with us. Reverend Samson.
Okay, well, my question is that from the moderator when he started that do we have any reason to celebrate?
Yes.
Yes, we have reason to say thank God for what God has been doing so far.
Okay.
For the fact that the Lord has kept us alive, we need to give glory to God. And the second thing is that the area of security, we really need to tackle this. And the government needs to put their house in order to make sure that every citizen is secure in Nigeria. I think that God will give them the grace to be able to do the right thing. Thank you for this opportunity.
Are you saying, before you drop, are you saying they have not been doing the right thing?
Well, they have not done their best. There's still room for improvement.
Okay. So thank you. That is Reverend Samson from Kogi State. He is saying there is need for the government to do more, and they have not done their best in the area of security, so there's nothing to clap hand for yet. So,
yes, between January and now, almost 4,000 people have been killed, and Nigeria is not fighting war with another country. This is just between us in Nigeria.
War within.
War within. Every week you will hear that people have been killed. Apart from what happened in Taraba yesterday, day before yesterday, 52 persons were killed in Zamfara.
It's a daily occurrence.
So these things happen every day. And if you listen to the democracy speech of the president, he was applauding the army for doing well in the area of security. And when I heard that, I was angry in my spirit. Why should we be applauding army that in fact, right now I cannot even travel home, because if I am from Taraba State, and if I have to go to Taraba State, I must pass through Benue. From Nasarawa to Benue, right now we've been told that the road is not good. You might not know what will happen. At what point these armed bandits or Fulani herdsmen will come to attack. You have to fly, otherwise you remain in Abuja. And then in the area of security, definitely I would say that we are not yet there. Well, they on their own, they will have tried, they must have tried in one way or the other. But based on my own opinion, we are not yet there. Nigeria is not safe. And you know that the duty of every government is to protect the life and properties of its citizens. Once the government have failed in that area, they have failed. So it's one of those areas where I have my reasons that celebrating this anniversary, well, we thank God, but there is nothing much to celebrate.
Can you score them in over 100%? In your, I assume you are a teacher in the classroom, and APC is your student in this area of security.
Maybe we have to pray about it.
No, it doesn't need to. Just give me, what can you score them in security for now?
Maybe 35%.
That is F9.
Yeah, I'll give that. It's F9 for me, because I cannot travel home. Road is not safe.
And you are getting news that more people are dying.
More people are dying. And
okay.
You know?
Hold on. No. Rosemary from Kenji Dam is with us. Rosemary, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Rosemary, we can hear you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hello, we help and promote whatsoever they are doing in Jesus' name.
Amen.
You see, in this country, that we thank God that we are alive today. Hello, we are giving God praise for giving us life today.
Yes.
So, life alone is matter, but we know that there are some families there that are crying at the moment. because of the situation of insecurity in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you see the way things are going. Let's face the fact and stop clapping our hands. Empty clap. This one is empty clap. We know that look, if you come out and see what is happening, you will see that we don't have anything to appreciate this government about. They have not done anything. At all, the change did not come at all. Just as the first man in black said that they made too much promise and they offer less. In fact, they offer everything. I, for one, they are just displaying in the glory of the past government. So I pray God will help us. Let us keep on praying. Let this insurgency stop. And let us even be mourning the hungry instead of death. God will help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosemary. We'd like to have you at another time again. Now, I was asking you to score that. I'm coming to you, Lucky.
Yes, I said I'm giving them 35% because we've been told by this administration that Boko Haram have been technically defeated. But we now have Boko Haram in Hesme who are going about killing people
all over the country.
For the fact that you are in your village, nothing has happened, you don't rejoice because you may not know when they will come. So there are killings everywhere, every day. In fact, I'm tired of hearing the news of killing.
Okay, Mr. Lucky, what will you score APC on security?
When you want to score them on a particular issue, well, let's reflect back to where we are coming from.
Okay, you are free.
Let's not look at this issue with sentiments. Before this government came to power, we record at least every month bomb blast, either in Abuja, in Kano, in Minna, major cities. We know what happened in Suleja Catholic Church. We know what happened in Nyanya bus stop. We know what happened in Eagle Square, opposite the villa. It was terrible then. But for the past 3 years, we have never had such. I think that's a pass mark. I know a friend of mine, the grandson lost his 2 legs to Boko Haram in Kano at the bus park. Those things have stopped. Those bombings have stopped. And let's also rule out insurgency all over the world. It's a difficult fight to tackle. Today you hear bomb blasted. If you go to your CNN, that's why I don't watch CNN. It's like you're watching horror film. There are bomb blasts all over the world. And insurgency come in different form. And you better not start it. But when it starts, it's difficult to start.
No, I said that before, that when you allow this thing to start in Nigeria,
it's difficult to, all over the world. Last week, somebody entered a school in US and shot 10 children. America. Last year, the same thing happened in the same America. Somebody just come to a place. In France, it happened. People were parading the street, a carnival. Somebody drove a van and 80 people died.
Ran into them.
So all these are things, we should not rule out the fact that the devil is also at war with people. It's not only in Nigeria. But we are saying it because this is what concerns us. But they are able to push insurgency to this issue of killing people in the villages. But the bombing, they have been able to stop that. And before they came in, almost the whole Maiduguri was taken over by Boko Haram, hosting their flag in every local government headquarters. They are able to stop that. I don't think there's any local government in Maiduguri be occupied by Boko Haram now. They took over Maiduguri, they took over Zebauchi or so, Yobe. But today, those things have stopped.
Some people have been saying of recent that the number of people killed within these 3 years in Nigeria far outnumbered the whole number of people that were killed since Boko Haram started.
I don't have the figure. I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Well, he mentioned 4,000. The governor of Benue State was mentioning 450.
Wait, let's
so me, I don't have the figure. I cannot really discuss.
Let's listen to Ibrahim from Kafachan.
Yeah, it's got a very important issue this morning. I'm glad that you're giving Nigerians the opportunity to participate.
Thank you.
we thank God that we are alive today and we are seeing things with our two eyes. One thing I want to say is this. Nigerians, we over-expected a lot from this government.
We over-expected or they over-promised?
We over-expected a lot from them.
Okay, we over-expected, okay.
Yes, from the past, we should have, from what you have seen in the past, and I expected little from this government. Because experience, they say, is the best teacher. From what some people have experienced from the leader of this country before, should tell us that we should expect less. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, we should expect less from them. So we have expected from them, and then all of us went to sleep with our two eyes closed. And that is why we are experiencing killings every day in this country. Before now, a lot of us are very careful. We keep our eyes open. When there's a little movement that we suspect something, we speak up. But today, we don't do anything. We trust that government will give us security. And most times, some of us Christians, we forget that security comes from God first. God is our ultimate security. So we don't even depend on God anymore. We just face government and believe that government will do everything for us. And that's why today we are suffering. Again, if you look at the killing that's happening across the country today, to some extent, I will not completely blame it on the government. Because if we look at what the government of Goodluck Jonathan did, they gave out money. They gave the military, the police, everything they needed. But it was cornered. So government, to some extent, cannot be blamed, but we should blame solely the security agencies. They are not rising up to our responsibilities.
I didn't get that point. I didn't get that point. Hold on. I didn't get that point. You are saying we should not blame the government. Are you saying we should blame the security themselves?
Yes, they should blame security agencies themselves, because what they are supposed to do, they are not doing it.
Now.
They are not doing it. An example is this, sir. I am in Kafanchan.
Okay.
Something happened in Kafanchan. We have security operatives around us, but they did nothing. And because they said they were not giving orders to go to those areas.
Now, that is the point I wanted to raise when you stop, because you said before now people do, when they see things, they report to security personnel, but now we are no longer doing it. I wanted to say that there have been many allegations, I call it allegations, that there was maybe attack in one village or the other, and the people reach out to either the police or the military that are stationed very close, on say even 5 minutes drive to the point, and yet there was no response. And for 2 hours, 3 hours, they operated and went away freely. And look at the issue of offer, which they say that is an armed robbery. You see a place where armed robbers operated for 3 hours in broad daytime, killing people, and the security men cannot come and help. Under that situation, do you blame the masses or you blame the security personnel?
I was saying, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I blame the security personnel. They don't rise up to their responsibilities.
Then when you made sorry for interjecting, when you said that like what happened in Kafachan, the army said they were not giving the order. Who was supposed to give that order?
But why were they posted to Kafachan? Why to maintain peace? By the time you leave they leave the barracks and out to a duty post, their responsibility is to ensure that that area is peaceful.
Yes.
So when there's agitation and people call on them, they should respond. No, they should respond. Whether they are giving orders or not, they are already out of the barracks and they are here to protect people. So when they call, they should respond. And they will tell us, when you see something, speak out. speak up, but when we speak, they don't do anything.
Does that suggest that somebody somewhere is influencing the security forces?
Well, that I may not know.
In Kogi, for instance,
Yes,
there was allegation that somebody made a very broad allegation that the people, the military and the police or whoever they deployed to that place, they were sent on sit down and look mission. That was the language the person used on air, sit down and look mission, which means is to just go there for the sake of going to that place.
Now, if you ask government, the government, they will tell you that they've sent security personnel to those areas.
Yes.
So who do we blame? As a citizen of this country, if I see a security officer, I should be calm and go about doing my duty, because I know that somebody is there to protect me.
I think, Mr. Ibrahim, that will bring us back to APC government, because we are analyzing the scorecard. Who is the commander-in-chief of armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? If he gives an order and the order is not complied, who should take decision? If military were deployed to a state and people are dying and these allegations are being made against the security personnel, who should take decision to shake up the system, to change the leadership and all that? There was a protest in yesterday at the Unity Fountain, demanding that all the heads of security apparatus in this country should be removed because they have underperformed. So who should we blame? So this is the issue. So we
should blame the people at the head, at the top.
Okay.
Now, yes, we should blame people at the top.
Thank you very much.
When they have told us that they have sent people to that area, who should be responsible? Is that the people we see around us?
So thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, for contributing. We'd like to have you again and again. Now, let's come back to those in the studio.
I was saying, in the area of bombing, I think government have done so well there. Or in the area of taking over territories, they have done so well. But in the area of community policing, which have to do with these killings in our locality, somebody will just come into the village and wipe out people. I think there they have not done so well. And that we also have to advise them, because when you criticize, you also provide solution. They should look for a different approach to this. I think the police should come down to our community level. This issue whereby you post people, security agents to a place, they stay in the headquarters. Well, most of these killings don't take place in the headquarters. Maybe your headquarters is in Eboma. Somebody comes into a locality, a rural village from the bush, and so police should be able to distribute, or army go into our villages.
Should that take you up a little here?
Yeah.
You said at the beginning when you were starting that to a large extent the government have achieved something because there's no bomb blast in Eagle Square.
They're able to stop that.
Abuja, in the cities. Is that an achievement? Is it only when the big man dies in Abuja that is important? What of the now? If you succeed in driving these people away from the city, and they are killing innocent civilians by the day in large number. We are talking about 40 kids, 50 kids, 30-something kids on a daily basis. Now, priests and innocent worshippers are being killed, even now in the seminar. Now,
we are still saying the same thing.
What is the
score? I said in the area of bombings in the major towns, they are able to stop them. Because this security now have taken
this man said is scoring APC.
I will score them.
And what did you score them?
35.
What are you scoring?
I'm still marking the scheme. They are taking the so by the time I finish talking,
people are
I will
dying.
The insurgency has taken a different dimension. That's what I said.
Okay.
By going into the villages. That's why the government has not done enough in that area. They should channel their energy now to those areas. All I said.
Okay.
It's the same people that were bombing, they are now killing in a different dimension.
Okay. So, okay. Oh, that is a very good one.
It's a different.
Are you agreeing that with Nigerians that herdsmen are Boko Haram members?
Yes.
These killer herdsmen.
They have something in common. They have something in common.
Okay.
They have something in common. So when they told me to area of scoring, I will give them 45%.
45%.
Over 100.
Is that D? In WAEC?
Yes, that is D.
That is D.
Yes,
which is not a pass mark.
Okay.
moving from bomb blast to herdsmen militia, still perpetrating the same evil, I think we are still in the same.
It's the same spot.
But let's not rule out the fact that
we have no
there were herdsmen killing even before they came in. Remember the Agato killings. Remember the Jos killings. Remember 6 years ago. Remember the Benue killings. These killings has always been there.
Yeah, I think what that.
So we had 2 sets of killings before they came in. They have stopped one, remained one.
So what I think.
But before they came in,
what we can conveniently agree. What we can conveniently agree here is that the problem of insecurity have not been solved.
It has not been solved.
So, and even worldwide cannot be solved. There are still insecurity in America, in Iraq, in Kuwait.
Okay. So we hold it there. We proceed on break, and after the break, we continue from where we stopped. So, viewers, stay tuned.
The attention of the Primate of all Nigeria, His Grace the Most Reverend Dr. Nicholas D. Oko, has been drawn to the scam SMS, Facebook posts and WhatsApp messages making the rounds about the death of his brother in the United States of America. These imposters are also sending scam messages to a select well-meaning Nigerians soliciting for funds to bring back the body of the deceased brother to Nigeria. Please be advised that the Primate is not bereaved of any person in America and is not raising money online for whatever purpose. Kindly disregard all such unsolicited messages. It is the handwork of scammers. The relevant security agencies have been duly contacted, but their cooperation so far has left much to be desired. While we are not relenting in the fight to combat this cybercrime, please be advised not to send any money to any bogus bank account or click any link online to donate money to the Primate. Beware. Be wise, don't fall a victim. Signed, Venerable Ifani Akona, Secretary to the Primate.
The Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN, is your most reliable gospel TV station that brings to you quality TV programming which build your spiritual life and enhance your walk with God through the undiluted Word of God. Join us on our social media platforms anytime you miss your favorite program. Subscribe to our YouTube channel with the address www.youtube.com/ACNNTV and click that video that matters to you.
Protect your vote is a euphemistic way of saying do everything to make sure you can share blood, you can kill, to ensure that the person you voted for is the one that emerged as winner at the end of the day.
There is never a dull moment on our Facebook page, as we are dedicated to keep you informed with the up-to-date news about the church and other information. Just log on to www.facebook.com/ACNNTV, for you can now watch some of our programs live on your mobile device. Follow us on Twitter with the handle at ACNNTV.com, and you'll be glad you did. So now, there is no longer regret each time you miss any episode of your favorite programs, as you can now watch them on the go, anytime, anywhere. ACNN. We are indeed reaching the world with the undiluted Word of God.
Viewers, we welcome you back, and we are glad to know that you are still there. And still with me in the studio is Mr. Lucky Eraihweme and the Reverend Canon Smart Simon. Now, we have been talking on the issue of security. I want us to progress to other areas. Now, let's look at the issue of infrastructure. What can you say, Lucky? Score APC.
Well, the issue of infrastructure, we still have so many things that have been left undone, and the government should really sit tight to do more. They are working very well. They are working. The other day I was in the east, I saw some roads they were doing in the east. The last time I traveled home, I saw the Okene Benin roads. They are working. Those what I can see. I can't just sit there, general and general, they are not working. There are so many work going on in towards Lagos side, Lagos Ibadan. It's not enough with the kind of resources we have as a country. But frankly speaking, our infrastructure facility has been in so much decay. Was I remembered Abuja Lokoja Benin was awarded about 12 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, after during Aneni as minister, and much were not, they didn't do much, and a lot of money were budgeted, acquisitions were coming then, and then they do the, but so far so good. They are working. I went to Onitsha last month. They are dualizing the road between Uromi and Agbo. And the road is almost completed. They are seriously dualizing it. I passed through that place and I was like, wow. So I think if you travel out of town, you know that so many things are taking place. The railway is going on. I saw the minister in Ogun State the other day.
Barnabas from Kaduna is online. Let's just hold it there. Let's Barnabas speak to us quickly.
Hello.
Barnabas, you can speak up.
From Kaduna.
Yes.
I wanted to talk on the scope, that is the APC scorecard for the third democracy celebration during the APC tenure.
Okay.
I look at it, I want to start by saying that, I will start with the security arrangement. If you look at it very well,
okay,
that the level of people being killed by herdsmen outsmart that of the Boko Haram being killed by bombs as being said by one of the persons in the studios there. You know, if you look at it very well, on a daily basis, hundreds of people are being killed, yet the government keep on remaining helpless about it. For instance, the case of what happened in Benue then, when the IG of police was asked to report in Benue.
Yes.
And a report came from the government of Benue State that he didn't stay after a day. And when President Buhari got there, he promised to look into that. But which up to now, nobody has heard what happened about it. And the IG himself came out to tell Nigeria nobody queried him on anything. Yet nothing was done about it. As long as I'm concerned, there are two persons in this country, Fulani herdsmen and others. When a Fulani herdsman is being attacked, the military is being released to defend them. Any other person is being attacked, nobody bothers about them. Now, if I was to score APC on security arrangement, I would say APC, I should have been scoring them like 1.5.
1.5 what?
Percent.
1.5%.
Yes.
So you mean that Canon Smart's sermon was over generous when he scored them 35%?
One of the major tenets of government is to protect lives and property. But in a situation where people are dying like human beings, they are being buried like human beings, yet the government is helpless about it. And the man on the top is not calling it, is not taking every serious action on it. He's just busy doing his own thing. In fact, going to US and telling US government that the Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria don't carry arms, they only carry sticks. Yet we see them killing people everywhere and nobody is saying anything about it. Now, leaving the security aside, the level of hunger in this country has never been experienced like that.
The level of what?
The government they claim to be corrupt.
What do you say? You say with the level of what?
Being fed. But now even beggars on the street lack what to get because it's what, when you have enough that you can give the beggars. So everywhere on the street there is hardship. Yet the government is promising and telling so many achievements that are not visible. Look at the road construction. How many roads have this government constructed? Even they want to maintain them. They have not been maintained. Yet they keep on talking about achievement. So for as long as I'm concerned, APC is a failure. And come 2019, I am not just saying it, but based on the views that are gathered around 2019, if the election is to be done free and fair, APC will have the worst defeat of his life. I'm not a member of the political party. I don't belong to any. But I am saying reality because APC has failed this country. They promise and they have failed. And Nigerians are watching. And Nigerians will not take that from them again.
Thank you for calling in. Did you hear Abraham from Kaduna? Is talk about road construction that this government have not done enough? And you were on road construction.
Sir, you know me, the way I analyze my issues.
Now, I want you to, no, let me help you. Let me help you here.
Where has this gone for the past 6 months, 1 year?
Wait, now let me.
I don't sit in Abuja and generalize issues.
Let me help you. Can you on your own, can you compare the number of road construction which has been going on within these 3 years to the number of road construction that were on during the past government? Just do a comparison. It's
difficult for me to compare because I don't know the number of roads that were going on then. I've not even mentioned the number of roads going on. I'm not telling you the ones.
You were living in US.
I'm not telling you the one I have passed through.
Were you
I'm not telling you the
US?
ones I have. See, my journey is if I want to travel by road is between here and Benin.
Okay, let's zero on that. During the last government, at least we saw that there was work going on. The Benin construction started from Benin.
2003.
Hold on. Coming down, then from Abuja down to at least Lokoja, you can ride smoothly today. That was done during the past government. Then they were now trying to clear the side of the road from Kogi down to Edo State. Now, that is the road you were referring to.
So that road took
in 3 years.
Not 3 years.
Wait now.
It took 15 years to construct. To look at the number of years you are counting. From Obasanjo to Yar'Adua to Jonathan. 15 years to construct. Look at the number of years, sir.
No, we are talking about the scorecard of
APC.
Have they been able to extend that, and which aspect of the road have they completed within the past 3? They have 1 year to go. If assuming they are not lucky to come back after 2019.
They may not be lucky. I've got to the last caller.
Audu is calling from Adamawa. Audu, Oliver, please go ahead.
All right. I just want to contribute on this issue of this the situation on ground, and as a matter of fact, what we are discussing is a very good topic, and at the same time, what happened when our president visited the US? Trump asked him a question, and what was his answer? If they are trying to tell us in this country that they have really achieved a lot, so they asked him the similar question: what is happening in the country, the killing and everything? What was the president's answer? I mean, the Buhari's answer. So that is another thing. So now the second one is this. This last week, about 2 weeks ago, I went to Bishika in Adamawa State.
Okay.
And at the same time, I also visited Mubi. Okay. Because I have been hearing all those things that happened there, but only to go there. I went there for missionary purposes. But I saw a lot of things that happened there that I was so angry with myself. And what even made me to even become a Nigerian. But that's not what we are talking about. What the point now is...
What did you see that happened in Mubi and Michigan?
The destruction there, it was so alarming. If you come and see, in fact, what I saw that the banks and everything, the destruction of the banks, even the houses, the population of people there, if you go there now, you see every place is scanty. So until we run away, something happened in this country, and we run away from this country, that is when they'll tell they have achieved something. So what I'm saying now is the issue is that I want to talk on this. They have not done anything at all.
You said they have not done what?
So this because it's the world government, because they were talking about before the other man at the middle was talking that they have tried and know this thing. Let me tell you something, that even the capitals of states have been secured, and they have done that. What of the villages and other places that this is happening? And at the same time, if you see the cost of things in the market today, in fact, you cannot. I don't eat foreign rice, of course. I prefer local rice. But when I went to buy foreign rice, it was something else. Buy a local rice rather. So what we are saying now, the summary of the whole thing is that let God help. We believe in God, not this government. Government cannot provide security for
How do can you score APC? Can you on your personal level score APC? Score them. What do you score them in their performance in terms of percentage?
APC.
APC performance. You know, we are analyzing their scorecard. What can you score them?
You say what?
What can you give to them as a score? Assuming they wrote an examination they write for the past 3 years, what can you give them as a score now? Pass mark, is it 90%, 70%, 10%? What can you score them?
I will rather, because one way or the other, we can't say they have not scored anything. But the concern is the security aspect.
Did you say they have not just scored anything?
But then, I scored the APC so far 15%. 15%. 15%.
And when you say you have no score for them before, I was wondering at least for coming to the class to write, at least they should get some score. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. I think they are taking you up. Many of them are taking you up.
Look at the last caller. He said they have not done anything. But we can't just say they have not done anything. They have done something. It's contradictory. I'm not saying they have pass mark. The mark I did is no pass mark. You can't sit and say they have not done anything.
What was the pass mark you gave to them?
I didn't give them pass mark now. 45 is not pass mark now.
Are you have okay? It's 45.
Yes, it's not pass mark. He said they have not done anything. And when you say you should score, they say, well, we cannot just say they have not done anything. They have done something. Contradictory. That's what I'm still saying.
Okay, now
you can't sit here and say they have not done anything.
Okay, let's leave that
argument. They may not meet our expectation, but they have done something.
Wait, for the sake of time, I'm coming to you. Now, okay, now, what have you to take on infrastructure? Because I
not scored them.
No, wait. What have you to talk on infrastructure?
On infrastructure, well, what I've seen so far, I've seen commissioning of railroads, although it was something that was built by the past administration. What they just did is to complete and commission.
Okay.
But then of recent, I learned that Lagos Ibadan is almost completed. And I learned that to Kano, they are making effort to take it to Kano. So far so good. They are doing something. But what they are doing is not good enough. Not good enough. A lot needs to be done. And for me, what I see is that the budget performance is always a problem in this country.
Do you think there's a financial constraint because the Minister of Information, who is the spokesperson for APC government, says they are doing so much with a little, and yet, even from the president's speech, this means they have recovered billions of nairas, and we know that the previous government wanted to increase the price, the pump price of fuel,
PMS,
and Nigeria resisted it. But this government came,
they did it,
and the gap is so much. And this government also decided to mop everything to get it to TSA, which is one single account, so that they can monitor the money and make use. Can you say the money is the issue now?
Money is not the issue, so to say, because we must look at the exchange rate then and exchange rate now. What is the difference? Are we not still in the same point with regards exchange rate? Because when you look at what you will get, what you buy $1 with in naira then and now, there is gap, right, between the exchange rate. But then the point I'm even trying to make is that the Minister of Works has testified that the last administration built more road than this administration.
Did you hear that, Mr.
He has said that sometimes ago.
Okay.
He has said that sometimes ago, that there was more road built by President Goodluck Jonathan's administration.
6 years.
So, meaning that
6 years and 3 years is not the same now.
meaning that On their own, they are doing something, but we will say that they should do more. But as it is now, APC is already in a campaign mood. And let me let you know that work has already stopped. No. Because the next thing now is 2019. What should we do to come back? Because what I see around is political.
Okay, hold on there. There's a caller from Taraba. There's a caller from Taraba. Go ahead. Use those facts.
Hello.
Our friend from Taraba State, can you speak up?
Would that call us for this house?
Okay. I listened to your program. Thank you very much for what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
I want us to know that this government, ever since they came to power, they have been taking money from Nigerians through the increase of electrical bill, through the bank, the deduction in banks, the subsidy, the subsidy, which they said there was no subsidy, and they indirectly pay subsidy. All this, they are taking money from Nigerians, not putting money in their accounts. The fuel scarcity took a lot of money from Nigerians because they took money from Nigeria. They made Nigeria poor. They rather made Nigerians poor. So the scorecard here will be the adverse reaction of the whole Nigeria, not the PowerPoint presentation that even the president get this money, telling us how Nigeria is growing, the economy is growing.
Wait, are you reducing the speech to just PowerPoint? Are you saying that there was no much in that very speech?
The government has not initiated any project and has completed it in 3 years. Only the helipad in Daura, that is the only project that this administration has initiated and has completed. The government is uninnovative. They can't do anything for Nigeria. They have no plan. They instituted the security apparatus is for their own interest to further the agenda of Islamization of Nigeria. That is what is going on in this nation. I didn't see this nation growing economically. No.
Now,
you see, the country has been polarized by ethnic region. The country is right now divided by religion, ethnicity, all over the nation. Can
you score the government?
For the people. Everybody is just waiting for, even the 2019 election is not certain.
Can you score the government?
Agitation from the southeast, they all, remember they had the meeting, the southeast, southwest, met the Senate president. What was they discussing about? The unity of this country. Because the current system is not taking Nigeria anywhere.
Okay. Mr. Paul.
And if a responsible government is supposed to look at the laws of the land.
Mr. Paul, can you score this government? Can you score this government? I want you to give them a score. It will challenge them to know what to do within the remaining 1 year or between now and the general election. Can you score them if they were to be your student?
Sir,
can you score them?
Sir, I will score them 0.
0.
I am scoring them 0.
You remind me of the kind of 0 that were being scored. Some people in those days, they will put 1 dot at the middle. The way you are talking about, we just scored them. You can't just give them 5%.
Because I can't give them any percentage because they have not started anything. They have not started anything and they are not doing anything.
But they have entered the examination hall at least. I said they are in the examination hall.
There's no rule of law. The president bought.
Okay, Mr. Paul, thank you. Mr. Paul, thank you very much for calling in. Mr. Paul, thank you for calling in. At least you will agree with me that the government is in the examination hall, even though you say they have not scored anything at all. Now, Mr. Locke, what can you score this government on the area of economy? You heard Mr. Paul talking about the cost of food, that this government have taken so much from the pocket of Nigerians and people are suffering. Do you share that view?
Quite frankly, Nigerians are hungry. I said it the last time I came to the studio. Nobody can deny that Nigerians are hungry. But you know me, I don't like discussing issues without facts on grounds.
Give us the facts.
Like he mentioned, the government did more roads. I said, tell us the number of years they spent. 6 years against 3 years. But my point is this same Nigerians that shouted that Jonathan is a woman and drove him out of the villa. So we are putting ourselves again in another situation where we are not shouting again. How long are we going to continue to shout?
So Nigerians will continue to shout until we find a Messiah.
Messiah? Okay, maybe when I contest the election. Amen. So economically,
should I trust you?
Why would you trust me?
So if you
don't trust, why are you giving me only communion?
So if I can trust you, then I will recommend you to.
Frankly, Nigerians are hungry. Okay. So the government need to do more. And again, we should not only just depend on the government. I've always said it since I came all my life. I've never worked for government, and I'm surviving.
But is the government that should create favorable environment?
I created environment for myself. I've not worked all my life. I've not earned salary all my life, and I don't hope to earn salary all my life, and I'm surviving. So government have not done enough, but Nigerians should also wake up. There are beautiful, wonderful opportunities in this country.
Are you saying Nigerian youths are lazy? Is that what you are
saying? Some Nigerians are lazy. Some Nigerians are lazy. Not all. Some Nigerian youths are lazy. Let's not do that fact. Forget all this chatting we are chatting. Some Nigerian youths are lazy. Go to nightclub every night, see small children smoking shisha. I don't know lazy people. So Nigerian youths are lazy.
Senator Ben Murray Bruce said, instead of banning codeine, we should find out what is making majority of Nigerian youth to now start drinking codeine, cough syrup. You buy a bottle and just finish it. Was it like that before? Codeine is not a new drug in Nigeria. If majority of Nigeria youths are now going into drinking, when you are talking about laziness, how many youths have job to do?
I'm not saying all that. I said some Nigerian
youths. How many graduates? See, by us,
it will be a lesser percentage. It does not like even some American youths are lazy.
Wait,
it's only in Nigeria. This of codeine is not only in Nigeria.
Let me.
Almost every youth in America.
Let me take you up on this. Let me take you up on this.
You don't know about the evil in the land worldwide.
Let me take you up on this.
It's all in Nigeria.
Go to Ghana, Mr. Lucky.
It's an evil that is ravaging the world.
Please let me ask you this.
This is not about Buhari admission.
Somebody who have been able to face his education, finish his primary, finish his secondary, struggle through university and graduated. Can you call that person a lazy man?
I said some youth. I not say all youth. I said some youths. It's all over the world, not only Nigeria. Some youths in Ghana are lazy.
Okay, now.
Are you telling me every Nigerian youth is hardworking?
Score APC government on economy. Give them a score on economy.
I've said it. Nigerians are hungry.
Yes.
Government need to do more.
Give them.
They need to create an avenue for people to work.
You see,
they need to create jobs for people to do.
See,
I'm scoring them now.
Okay.
I'm marking. This is my marking scheme.
Okay.
They need to create opportunity for people to work. They need to create jobs for people to do. They also need to empower our youth. And they have not done much in this area.
So far, so
good.
How many percent?
Because somebody will not live in South as a minister and I'll come and tell him he has done nothing.
In your own opinion, what is the percentage you can give to them?
At least they are, according to the indices.
Because
we work with indices. They are able to take us from recession. People say we are in recession. These people have come out and said we are not out of recession.
Some people,
if we believe them, I don't always like criticizing government.
Now, some people said that when you are talking about reception, how did we get into reception?
I'm saying now, if we believe that we were once in reception, and the same person we are not out of it, let's also believe that we are out of it. Fine, we are not out of reception, Abi. So they are able to do that.
Are we out of reception?
People that told you are in reception have told you are out of it. What would you believe? You believe when they say you are there. You know when they say you are not there, you no longer believe. So you also believe that we are no longer there.
How does that translate?
I'm coming. They have done that. It's an effort. So they will have
can you be generous enough score them?
I will give them 45%.
You always give it 45%.
That's my mark. That's my mark. It's my opinion.
Kind of smart.
For me, I believe that government have the responsibility to create enabling environment.
Okay.
For people to be able to work, not necessarily a white collar job.
Okay.
When power is stable,
okay,
when there is security,
good,
you are sure that you can go about your business, nobody is going to attack you. when there is good road, all these things put together will create an enabling environment for youths in Nigeria to strive. But these things are not there.
They are there, they are not there.
We accept the fact that the government is making effort.
They are there,
but we are not there at all yet. And as a result, if you remember, sir, the what do they call it now? The corruption indices in Nigeria that was given recently, you know, it has dropped seriously. And poverty rate in Nigeria is it has been adjusted to be 60%. 60% poverty rate. There are more beggars now. People can't even go to farm for their farming to be able to bring this cash crop to market to earn money. What I'm even seeing, let people not say I'm a prophet of doom, but there will be more hunger coming here because people are not in their farms.
Because of insecurity.
Insecurity. Nobody can go to farm because of herdsmen.
No, we eat cow. Then see, everyone will be eating cow.
Sir, at your age, doctors will begin to tell you that don't eat red meat.
We start eating leaves. We pluck mango leaves and eat.
It's no, see, we are
so
really in the
we are in trouble.
It's called APs because we are doing the.
See, each time you ask me to score them, you put me on that tight corner.
No, see, if a student writes a WAEC and WAEC just say, oh, you tried, or you are trying, and they didn't say you have F9 on this subject, you have A1 on this, or you have C. The student will not know where he will put in more. We want ABC to know where to put more effort. So that's why I want us to
now,
give
that is what of recent they called efficient unit. And they said the effort of efficient unit in this administration have resulted to about 17 billion in savings on travels, sitting allowances, and souvenirs. That they have saved 17 million. Fine. Billion. I want to appreciate God for this thing that they have done. But then, these things, these figures we receive every day should be translated into the pocket of common man, so that or transmitted into the pocket of a common man, so that the hunger.
Maybe the transmission is on the pipeline.
We have the IG.
No, it's not the IG that should transmit it. It's the government. Is the people in Asoro that should transmit it to.
So if we say the poverty rate now is 60%,
yes,
so
then they cannot have pass mark. A lot needs to be done.
So no pass mark
to alleviate
in the area of economy. And you say you cannot give
pass mark.
But they get a mark.
No pass mark.
What is the mark?
I still stand with my 35%.
I know
35%.
Yes.
Okay. So will APC people not say you are a stagey lecturer?
It's his opinion. So
this is my opinion. Based on fact that 60% of Nigerians are poor.
Okay. Now, then I think the time is gone. We may need to run the second episode on this. I will consult with the studio management to know whether we can do another episode, because this is a very wide area. We have not been able to talk about unity of the country, the issue of religion. We have not touched health sector. So many sectors that have not been corruption, which is another issue. We have not been able to talk. We may run another episode on this. But now, Lucky, what is your last word on APC scorecard and the way forward?
My last words on the final note: the government needs to, because both of us panelists here, 45%, 35% is not a pass mark, and with the phone calls we received are all negative. So it means that is the
democracy voice, populous voice.
So that is the voice of Nigeria speaking. So the government need to wake up to that responsibility in the area of security, infrastructure, lights, power, and the area of empowerment to the youth. And let's feel the impact of this democracy, because it pains my heart that is the elites that are still enjoying the democracy. the governors, the national assembly, the politicians generally, they stay in their black jeep with their tinted glasses, and they are the one enjoying it. So please, they should also do more for the masses, because they are there by the reason of our votes.
Okay.
So they should do more for us, and we expect more from them.
Colonel Smart, what is your last word on
scorecard. For me, there is no scorecard because APC have been in campaign mode since 2015. Why do I say so? They have always
2015.
Since they come in, instead of governance, they are always on blame games, blaming here and there, and they are not doing what they are voted into power to do. For me,
just hold on. Let's quickly take this last caller from Taraba. The caller from Taraba, please quickly speak up.
That what the heart of Nigerians when this government came into power, they promised they were going to stamp out insurgency. And that was why Nigerians voted Buhari into power. He came and identified that the insurgents are trained militia from
Libya.
He has identified them as militia fighting against Nigerians, and he has not proscribed that these movements as terrorists. But the people who are fighting for their rights, they call themselves indigenous people of Biafra. They are saying they want a right of their own. They have been proscribed as militia, as terrorists. Why Buhari has identified these men as militia from another country and he has not proscribed them. As far as I'm concerned, and Nigeria should know that Buhari has an agenda. It is not an issue of stamping out insecurity. There is nothing they can do about insecurity. They just want to keep in power. That's all. Okay. And I call them zero because they have not started doing what they promised they would do.
I think, Mr. Paul, you scored them zero before you have. Is this a zero raised to power zero now? Thank you for calling. We have you again. Quickly round up your thoughts. Your last word.
When a government is voted into power, the moment they start, the campaign should stop. Politicking should stop. They should do what they are voted into power to do, what they are promised us to do. So they have not done enough. Just like my colleague, we are saying this government wake up and do more. Although 2019 is coming, for me it appears that attention is now in 2019. But Nigerians still expect more from this.
You see APC government winning in 2019?
Well, time shall tell.
Thank you. Our brother says time shall tell whether APC will come back in 2019, and Nigerians will determine that. On this note, we'll be rounding up on this episode tagged APC scorecard analysis. We may have to run another episode on this so that we can cover other areas. Let's see whether APC government may have some better scores in the area of maybe health, corruption, fight against corruption, and the educational sector, then trying to manage the unity of Nigeria and so many other areas. So we look forward to when we will be able to do something in that direction. So once again, we thank you all for those of you who called in from different parts of the country. And we also want to tell our viewers that you can advertise your product in this program, and you can also sponsor this program if it's blessing the country, as many people are saying. Then if we are speaking for the masses of this nation, then people should come out to sponsor this very program. Thank you very much. I remain your presenter and host in this program, whichever name you want to call me. Venerable J.O. Nwanya is your man here, and we'll have these people again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
For having me.
Yes, wish you happy celebration of our Democracy Day.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and viewers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Anglican Cable Network Nigeria, ACNN. The the attention of the Primate of all Nigeria, His Grace the Most Reverend Dr. Nicholas D. Oko, has been drawn to the scam SMS, Facebook posts and WhatsApp messages making the rounds about the death of his brother in the United States of America. These imposters are also sending scam messages to a select well-meaning Nigerians soliciting for funds to bring back the body of the deceased brother to Nigeria. Please be advised that the Primate is not bereaved of any person in America and is not raising money online for whatever purpose. Kindly disregard all such unsolicited messages. It is the handwork of scammers. The relevant security agencies have been duly contacted, but their cooperation so far has left much to be desired. While we are not relenting in the fight to combat this cybercrime, please be advised not to send any money to any bogus bank account or click any link online to donate money to the Primate. Beware. Be wise, don't fall a victim. Signed, Venerable Ifeanyi Akuna, Secretary to the Primate.